Okay, so welcome aboard today for today's live training, live webinar. I'm your host, Wesley Smith with treeservicedigital.com, Tree Service Marketing Profits Podcast, and the Tree Service Marketing Secrets Facebook group. So if you're not a part of those, go ahead and go to Facebook and join our Facebook group. We share all kinds of stuff, sometimes exclusive content in there, also the YouTube channel and things like that. So thanks so much for joining. I appreciate you guys being here. It means that you're kind of looking to grow your tree service company, which is a valuable thing to know how to do, right? And there's a lot of different things you can do. So it's kind of tough figuring out which ones are the right things to do for your tree service company in the local area online. And we've seen a lot of different lead providers and fly-by-night companies pop up. So I wanted to give you the information that actually matters. We've been doing this. I've been in the internet marketing space for over 12 years and been working with tree service contractors exclusively for 4 to 5 years. So I'm going to go ahead and share my slides and get into that program part today. That way you guys can see what's going on. If you could, just pop in the chat and let me know you can see my slides when I share my screen really quick. Sometimes it shows the screen behind it, and I want to make sure that's not the case here. Okay, so I just shared it. It may take just a second to render. If you don't mind popping in the chat, you don't have to say who it is, but just let me know you can see these slides right here. I greatly appreciate it. Make sure I don't keep going with for no reason at all there. It appears that it's sharing correctly. So I just wanted to make sure you guys can see these slides right here. But if you can, that's great. If you could pop it in the chat and just let me know just to kind of verify, I'd really appreciate it. But this is going to be about how to triple your sales by getting your internet marketing right. And again, like I just said a minute ago, there's a lot of different things you can be doing online and offline and different things for your tree service business to market it, right? You can put signs out, you can do direct mail, you can do a lot of different things. But internet marketing is one of the biggest things that's going because everybody kind of is fixated on the internet in one way, shape, form, or fashion, whether it's Google search, Bing search, Yahoo search, Facebook, Instagram, different things like that. So that's what we're going to cover today is how to triple your sales by getting your internet marketing right. This is for growing tree service companies and arborists. Like if you don't have a budget, you don't really want to do marketing, you probably can't spend any money. You might not want to watch it. It may not be a good use of your time. But if you are in that realm where you kind of want to take it to the next level, build your company, these are going to be the things that you can do to really move the needle. So what we're going to cover today is the accelerated growth model for tripling your sales by getting your internet marketing right. And basically saying that the chat is disabled here. Okay, shouldn't be disabled. Let's go back here, chat, host and panelists. Everyone, there we go. Everyone can now chat. Thanks, Ken, for chiming in there. This is going to be the accelerated growth model for tripling your sales by getting your internet marketing right. We're going to cover the most important online marketing channels that you should be tapping into, how to turn your website into a lead conversion machine, key strategies for generating better organic rankings, like where your website, your Google Maps shows up, how to win with Google local service ads, which is a big deal. And next level lead conversion strategies to book 2 to 3 times more jobs from your current leads. So who am I and why should you listen to me? Well, I've been in the internet marketing space for over 10 years now, just in various businesses, my own previous businesses. And we used to do this for everybody and anybody, but we got great results for tree companies. So we wanted to make sure that we kind of focused on that niche. And besides, we just like the people in the niche, the business owners, the TCIA and all that stuff. We specialize in tree service contractor marketing. So it's all we do every single day. We know your business. We're expert web development, digital marketing team. We've worked with dozens and dozens, I think now hundreds of tree service contractors across the US. We're members of TCIA and ISA. I've also wrote the book on how to win with internet marketing for tree service contractors. There's a little image of it. Here's the live book. If you guys want a paperback copy, let me know. I'll mail these out. We mail these out weekly to potential clients, people that are looking to grow their tree service business. So we work with dozens of tree service contractors across the US. Again, these are some of the clients we work with. And this is all we do. This is what we do. So let's get into, how to triple your sales by getting your internet marketing right. And not just stuff that's based on theory, but stuff that's based on working right this minute with dozens and dozens and dozens of current tree service companies across the United States. Why would you want to triple your sales by getting your internet marketing right? Well, marketing will make or break your business. Once you get to the point in your business where you're kind of done with just word of mouth, referrals, different things like that, and you really want to grow your business, marketing will make or break your business at that point. And so a lot of times you've put a major investment in marketing. Sometimes you understand it's going to be a major investment. So you want to make sure you're moving the needle, and you don't want parked trucks, right? Parked trucks are costing you money versus going out and making you revenue for your business. So we want to keep those trucks busy. And, if it doesn't work, then of course, you won't be able to keep the phone ringing, the trucks running, and the business booming. And that's a big deal. So everybody wants to make sure that's the case for their business, and it's no different here. And so, with everything here, let me make sure this thing is actually recording at the moment. Yeah, it is right now. So the opportunity is going to be huge if you get it right, right? So if you nail your marketing, everything else is going to be, working better in your business. You're going to keep everybody busy. You're going to have more appointments, more estimates, more customers, and get a great return on your investment in the marketing that you're doing. And this is going to help you generate enough leads to hit your targets and keep your trucks running, everybody staying busy, and invoices getting paid, and everybody being happy. And the success is going to be, you maximize your lead flow and hit your sales goals, whatever those goals may be. And I think in the 2023 digital marketing plan we did a few months ago, it's on the podcast and it's on the YouTube channel. If you want to watch that replay, we go over kind of how to set your goals, for the month and for the quarter. And so if you're hitting your sales goals, it's very refreshing, and then you can kind of keep ratcheting up to keep improving. And so the accelerated growth model is like a fisherman, right? You want more lines in the water to catch more fish. And it's the same thing when you're marketing your tree service business. You want more lines in the water, more marketing avenues to scoop up more and more and more customers. So, you got your organic SEO and website, everything else, because you want to make sure that your website's converting. And then you have paid ads, your Google Maps, you have your database of customers to drive leads into your business. You got your website needs to convert at the maximum level. You want your reputation to be stellar. You got to work on your reputation to make sure that you're getting Google reviews consistently, so that you can actually get people to convert when they do find your business. That's super, super important. And you want to automate some of these things as far as like when you get a lead, is there automatic texting and emailing to that lead so that you don't miss those leads when they do come in. And then you want to optimize the results, right? Let's figure out what the cost per lead is, what your total spend is, and return on investment. Those are ways to gauge it so you can actually improve it and make it better. So 9 clear steps to triple your sales by getting your internet marketing right. Number 1, we got to drive the leads in the first place. So let's drive the leads. And those are going to be coming from organic, right? So your website showing up high in the search engines, on the top of the first page of Google, your Google Maps showing up and getting lots of consistent reviews. And then also paid ads, right? Paid ads are a great opportunity to spend a little bit more money to show up at the very, very top of the page with the Google guaranteed ads, which are called local service ads, as well as the traditional Google ads at the top of the page. And by being there, you really just can't help but get those calls and those leads when people need tree services done immediately. Those are high intent buyers. And then also a database, right? Have a database of your customers where you can send out text reminders or text offers, 10% off this month on this and that, little special offers. Email, newsletters once a month, things like that really help convert those existing customers. And then you want to maximize conversion once you do drive leads by having a very good website, having a really good reputation online so people feel good about doing business with your company and they see all the reviews and the 5-star ratings. That's super important. That really helps people make that decision to call you in the first place. And then you want to automate things so that you don't lose or have any of those fish that we were talking about when they get on the hook. You don't want them flopping off the hook, right? So automate more of this follow-up so that they do end up booking the appointment with your tree service company. And then we want to optimize the results once we do all of that. So, your total spend, how much are we spending, average cost per lead, those are things you want to know. And then the return on investment that you're spending. So this is kind of the accelerated growth roadmap. So what are some of the things that you want to focus on the most? Maybe what's some of the lowest hanging fruit that maybe you saw in that previous slide that you might want to work on? Maybe just jot it down if you got a few things that maybe you need to work on or look at. These things are super important and they make the biggest difference for our clients across the country. So where do the customers go? Where do they come from typically? Well, it's still amazingly very, very, very large percentage on Google, Yahoo, Bing search engines, right? People are still going to the search engines to do searches for local services, and tree service is no different. They're right in there with everything else. So 97% just go right to the search engines. The next question is like, how do you own the internet in your area? So you're in an area, right? Everybody's in their own little small geographic area across the United States, across the world for that matter. But you've got a small target area that you're covering, right? It could be 10-mile radius if you're in a very urban area, or it could be a 50-mile radius if it gets a little bit more sparsely populated and you've got to cover more ground. So how do you own the internet where everybody always sees your tree service company? Well, some of the tree service companies in the past and different service businesses, they've tried a few different things. And, back in the day, you could toss up a double page fold out billboard on the yellow pages, pay a lot of money for that. I think when my dad was in the plumbing business a long time ago, he was doing, I think, the double page fold out where you're on both pages in the plumbing section. I think it was like $10,000 or $20,000 a month, maybe more. But those are now used for bonfires and recycling bins, right? The yellow pages. So the other thing is Google back in the day, this is a very old, archaic looking Google search page result right here, probably from the early 2000s. But they used to be on the sidebar, the ads did, and a little bit at the top. So it looks way different these days. So what do they need to do to get their internet marketing right? Clients that really want to own the internet in their area. So let's look at these items that make a humongous difference right now on digital marketing. You want to rank on the search engines for the tree service related keywords in your area, right? Tree service near me, tree removal companies near me, tree removal your city, tree removal city, the next city over from you. You want to rank in all of these markets and all these areas, right? That's where you want to rank. That's number one. Number two, you need a website that actually looks professional and is going to convert anybody that visits the website into like a paying customer or a lead, or at least an appointment where you go give an estimate. That's important. You need them to call in the first place. You need to get Google Ads set up and managed properly. So there's a lot of moving parts to the traditional Google Ads interface: keywords, budget, how much you're willing to spend per click, landing pages, call tracking, etc. There's a million variables that make it optimize properly and work better. The next thing is you want to get Google verified on Google local service ads, commonly called the Google guaranteed platform. That is huge these days. I can't stress it enough. That is monster to be on the Google local service ads platform. It's literally like the top result at the top of the page. We're going to show you those examples here in a minute, but it's powerful. And then also you want to be running social media ads and retargeting on your Facebook, Instagram, whatever other social media pages you have to really brand your company and continue showing up over and over and over again to people that see your brand on your website. So let's look at the search engine page results. So maybe you're not that familiar with it, or maybe you are, and this could just be a recap. But if you're not that familiar with it, the first section that shows up here, kind of what I was mentioning on the previous slide there, is going to be the Google local service ads right here at the very top of the page. Hopefully you guys can see that. It's the first section at the very, very top, and it basically has the Google guarantee check badge next to it in each one of the businesses that are verified there. And what happens is you got to go through a background check because Google doesn't want to put any criminal background individuals or business owners on that platform because they're guaranteeing that these are like, good contractors. They've been background checked, vetted, kind of similar to like what Angie does and probably Thumbtack and Home Advisor used to do, things like that. So this is the first set of results. So you definitely want to be there, right? I mean, it's like a digital billboard that makes you shine as a tree service company, and people see it and they call you, right? And your reviews play a big role in that. The second set of results is going to be kind of below the paid ad section, is going to be the Google Maps, right? So below the Google guaranteed is going to be the Google Maps for local search. So sometimes there's some ads above the maps in between the Google local service ads and the maps, but you're going to see the maps there. And that's more of a localized organic result. And statistics prove like people click on different stuff on the search page, right? Some people like clicking on the ads because they just want to get a quick answer, quick result, quick call. Other people click on the maps because they feel like it's less spammy. It's more of a local result. And then number three is the organic website results. As you can see right here in this little green box, that's below the maps, usually below a little snippet that's got some commonly asked questions. And a little tip here for SEO, you see these little commonly asked questions here in the dropdown. If you have a blog post on your website about each one of these commonly asked questions, and it populates on Google for you, so it tells you exactly what those questions are. If you put those on your website, you'll rank really, really high in your market. That's one tip too, because people are looking for these typical questions and answers all the time. But right below the maps is going to be your website links below that. Another 20% of people or so call that. So that's how the search page looks. You want to be everywhere. That's how you dominate. That's how you triple your sales, is being everywhere. So the digital dominance method kind of starts with a good website and SEO presence, reputation on the maps, the Google Maps, all of those things. And you also want to set up your local service ads. This is like your Google local service, Google guaranteed ads. Retargeting is basically just showing your business information over and over and over again. You probably clicked on something on Amazon or an item that you were potentially looking to purchase, and it followed you around for weeks and weeks on the internet, right? Now, we do some of this for our tree service companies. It's retargeting, and it's very powerful for branding your company and keeping you top of mind for people that are going to be looking for tree service companies. And it's not that expensive to do. It's very inexpensive to retarget your previous website visitors in an audience there. Online directories is also something you can do, and being in some of those. Pay-per-click ads on Google. So the Google ads, it used to be called Google AdWords. Now it's called Google Ads for short. Social media. So a good presence on Facebook, Instagram, places that everybody's staring at all the time. And then marketing automation is really powerful too. Texting and following up with leads that do come through your landing pages, your websites, things like that really helps convert more of those people. And then repeat and referral business, getting referrals from your existing customer base. So the result, if you do all of this stuff correctly, you can literally expect to 3x, 5x, 10x sometimes. It's a bold statement, but 3x is a good safe bet across the country to increase leads and sales if you get all of this right. And there's a number of different things you've got to do right. If you're in a very, very rural market, it might not work as good as it would in an urban market, suburban area, larger area, but it works nevertheless, right? Some of our clients ramp up 5 to 10x in lead flow over the 6 months or a year time frame because everything starts working better. But a 3x is a good safe bet, and that's substantial increase. So what it meant for one company, they had a 2-man crew operating, doing like $250,000, $300,000 a year back in 2019 to growing to over 1.5 million per year and growing still. Expanded from 2 guys with 1 small crew to 10 guys with 2 crews, right? And the confidence that they have a consistent and sustainable lead flow. This is just one small company that we've worked with, right? The type of results you can get. What would that mean for you? Like maybe you have a business and you're not getting enough leads. What would that mean for your company to keep everybody busy and have consistent lead flow and continue to grow? And sometimes we do some other things too. Like direct mail and things like that to really help, bring in some more lead flow and brand your company. Let's apply this to your business. Let's take a look and see what this looks like. This is our internet marketing checklist. So you guys are welcome to download this for free anytime you want. I think we have it on the website. So if you go to treeservicedigital.com on the homepage, you see it there. We also have just a page on the website for it too, where you can get it emailed to you. But if you get this, it really goes through everything that we're kind of discussing today in a very, very kind of just a brief synopsis of everything, like an outline of everything, the word I was looking for. So basically like your website, paid ads, search engines, Google Maps, social media, email marketing, things like that. So you'll see all of that on this quick little marketing checklist. But the first thing we want to make sure is your website optimized for conversions? And conversions just mean when somebody lands on your website, whether they're coming from Facebook or Google search or Google Maps or Instagram, or somebody referred you over there, is it good enough to where when they get there, they're likely going to call or they're going to fill out their information for you to give them a call? Because if you think about it, your website is the hub of your business. It's now your digital storefront. So instead of having a storefront for your ice cream parlor, right, where people come in, they see your sign, they see your place when they walk in, well, they're going to see your digital storefront. They're going to see your website. They're going to see pictures of you, pictures of your crews, pictures of your trucks, videos, hopefully, which help engage more and convert better. So it needs to be good. It needs to be professional if you really want to get that lasting result for marketing and branding and everything else. And why is conversion so important? Well, let's look at scenario one. Scenario one, let's say a particular website gets 1,000 visitors per month, and it only converts about 5% of those visitors. Let's say that's 50 calls, 50 leads, right? And this particular company converts about 40% of every lead that they get. So that would be 40 paying, 40 leads out of, 40% conversion. So out of 50 leads, they book 20 jobs. That's a 40% conversion rate, 20 book jobs, average transaction, let's call it $850. Well, that's $17,000 in revenue from the website visitors that they were able to convert. Not bad. But let's look at high conversion with lead and automation follow-up and different things like that to move people to appointments faster. 1,000 visitors per month. Now you're at a 15% conversion. So now you get 150 leads and you're still converting at about the same clip, 40%, but it's just a numbers game, right? If you're converting 40%, now you've got 60 book jobs as opposed to 20 book jobs because you're converting 15% of the leads. And at an $850 average transaction, you've pretty much tripled your revenue because you're converting at a higher rate. So the conversion is super, super important when you get leads. Let's take a look at just SEO, just organic. So this is like website. It's a particular client case study right here. This is a website, Google Maps, ranking very, very highly on the first page of Google, not the paid ads, not the Google local service ads, guaranteed ads. Let's look at this. So this particular client in a 30-day period had 122 leads from their organic SEO, from the website, from the Google Maps, all of that stuff, right? 122 leads. And they're paying roughly $1,297 a month for SEO to make sure they rank very high in all those areas, right? 122 leads. If we were booking 40% of those, like we were talking about before, that's 50 jobs right there just from their SEO and high rankings. So the average cost per lead is $10.63 for this particular scenario. Like that is so low because once you get ranked on organic SEO, it's not pay per click, right? You're just ranking and showing up there at the top of the page. So yes, it's an investment. It takes a little while to get there, but once you get there, you're super glued to the top and you don't have to pay per click if you don't want to. If you're busy enough, you don't need to pay the extra ad spend. But I could argue that it makes sense to pay the extra ad spend if you want the pay-per-click ads and the Google local service ads, because those work very well too. But you can see when you dominate organically on the Google Maps and with your website, you can get very, very low cost per lead at $10 a lead. And the lead breakdown is this. So it's 37 of them organic calls. Like they go to the website and they click the call now button on the website. 68 of the leads are Google Maps calls. So when somebody does a search tree service near me on their phone or tree service your city, and they see your tree service business and they just press that button with their thumb to generate a live call, that gets registered on your Google business profile, your Google Maps, as a call. So 68 calls there, that's a ton. 17 web forms. So when somebody clicks on the website on the Google map listing and it goes to the website, another 17 web form leads there. So that's the equal of the 122 leads. And that's how they came in right there. This is not counting Google ads, Google guaranteed ads, or anything social media or email marketing. So 122 leads organically. How do we optimize for conversion to get that many leads from your website? Well, you want 12 critical elements to enhance conversion on your website, right? So you want to speak to your target customer avatar. That word's always weird, but avatar is just your common customer, right? What are their fears and their frustrations? Why should they choose you? Be real, use authentic images of your team on the homepage and throughout the website. It just really helps when people see your image, see your trucks, see your shirts, things like that. Use multi-media elements to engage different people, like, welcome video on the website, videos of your services, leverage social proof with like Bird Eye or something like that to get, more reviews, or a tool like we provide our clients too to get more and more reviews. But get the basics in order too. Have the phone number in the top right. Make sure you got your logo big on the top of the homepage too. Make sure you've got to get a free estimate web form. That's big because not everybody wants to call right now. Some people just want to fill the form out because they're at work, or they want to talk later, but they want to talk right this minute. And add credibility to your website too, with like your TCIA logo, certified arborist logo from ISA, Angie's List logo, BBB, 5-star Google review looking icon, stuff like that really helps people make that decision too. Have clear calls to action on every page. Use special offers and coupons. Hey, we have 10% discount for seniors and veterans and things like that. That really helps too. Make sure your website's mobile optimized is a biggie because, again, about 70 to 80% of all searches today for home services, tree services, anything like that is on a mobile device. And so you want to make sure it's good on mobile. We've seen some bad mobile responsive websites, well, non-mobile responsive websites in the past. And that really makes a difference with people just jumping off your website, or there's not a clear place to click and call your company, right? That's a missed opportunity. That could have been a $5,000 job, $10,000 job, $800 job, whatever. But if they can't click to call you, people are super lazy on the internet these days. I know I am. So when I'm on a website, if you can't just click it with your thumb and make the call, you're likely not going to call that business. Start giving clients the options to book on the internet, book online. And your website speed matters. So engage via SMS, text, phone, and marketing automation. So is your website set up to convert visitors to callers? That's the question. So you want to look good, a good logo, request a free estimate, phone number top right, get a free estimate form right here. So it's a no-brainer. Picture of you guys as trucks. This is the way they see, okay, this is who's going to be coming out to my house whenever I call this company. I see their trucks, I see their logo. That looks professional. I feel good about this company, right? That's what you want people to feel. Get that warm and fuzzy feeling. And people like to kind of see and know who they're going to be doing business with for the most part. So if your website just has all stock images, people know that. They're like, oh, those are stock images. They may jump to another website that has real images. So it's really important to have those real authentic images. And so we went over this again. Having a good website, to reiterate, can generate over 100 leads a month just from your website and organic presence on Google Maps and your organic rankings on the website. And, we've got a lot of clients that are getting that cost per lead just from the SEO part. Usually the paid ads cost per lead is a little bit higher because you're paying per click or paying per call. But on the other hand, with SEO and organic rankings, you're not, it just shows up and you're just getting those calls. So is your website set up to convert visitors to callers? Again, this is another website, the client in Fresno, California, same thing. We want to make sure we get a contact form there, get a free estimate, request a free estimate, click to call, all that good stuff. So hopefully that makes a lot of sense for you guys. And this is just kind of some dashboard stuff where people get 1073 sessions, bounce rate 55%. It's just data that we kind of go over. But you can see it's impressive. It's something that, when people land on your website, you want them to convert at a high percentage or do something. So another thing, be real and authentic. This is kind of part of that other outline a minute ago, is have pictures of you and your family on there. That goes a long way too. This particular client in Texas has a video of their business, like a welcome video. Hey, this is who we are. This is how we operate. I'm certified arborist, be happy to come out and give you a free estimate. Here's a little bit about our company type thing. It's like a minute video, 2-minute video. Those are super easy to make. You could even do that with like your cell phone and then upload it to YouTube and host it there and just put it on your website. We do that a lot of times. And this is the video of the client speaking about his company and just making people feel comfortable calling the company, right? That goes a long way. So if you're afraid to do videos and stuff, hey, I was too a while back. You just have to do it. And the more you do it, the easier it gets. And then you'll wonder why you ever really cared about it in the first place, right? You'll just keep doing them because they really, really work. And another thing, showcase your social proof, like have your reviews on the website visible. A good plugin for WordPress websites, which about 90% of websites are WordPress. You can have a plugin that basically trickles all of your new Google reviews right onto your website. So you've always got constant new, fresh reviews, the latest reviews on your website, and people can see that and it makes them feel comfortable calling you. And, get the fundamentals right. Why choose us? Have some good, compelling reasons as to why that visitor should give you a call over somebody else. Leverage live chat. Live chat works too. Sometimes people don't want to call because they don't really want to talk in this day and age sometimes. And then sometimes people don't want to click on the contact button and fill out a form. They just want to ask a quick question. So a chat can be a good medium for that. A live chat that kind of turns into a text message sequence is really, really powerful too. You can answer their question really, really quick. So is your website mobile friendly? Does it shrink and respond to the size of the screen like this, where they still see the logo, they still see the header information, and they can just simply click to call the button to get on the phone with you guys to schedule an estimate, book an appointment. So 4.8 billion people or more now are on mobile phones. 3 out of 5 consumers search for local businesses on their smartphone. This was a couple of years ago. It's probably like 4 out of 5 now. Google reports that 40% of mobile consumers turn to a competitor's website after a bad mobile web experience. So if you cater to the most amount of folks, and you're going to be catering to the people that search on a desktop too, but if you cater to the mobile responsive people, you're going to convert more leads, because if you see right here, this 40% of mobile consumers turn to a competitor's website. We don't want people going to your competitor website. We want them having a good experience and calling you, or filling out the form to get in touch with you to get an estimate, right? Don't have a bad mobile experience. That's huge. So is your website optimized for conversion? This is a little snippet from our internet marketing checklist that you saw earlier that you can download on our website that you can get a free copy of. It's really good. It's a nice little PDF that you guys can store, keep, save on your computer or whatever. But do you have the phone number on the top right? Are you using authentic images, videos, photos of the owner, your trucks, photos of your team? Do you have a compelling call to action after every block of text, right? Are you giving customers the option to engage via chat, two-way text, free estimate form, stuff like that? Is your website mobile friendly with an easy click to call button? That is huge. If people can't click to call, they're not going to call. Is your website fast loading on desktop and mobile? So action items for you, maybe take and jot down, what are some of the things that you could focus on and work on? If you have any questions, pop them in the chat. I think I was able to enable the chat. I'm not sure why it was disabled earlier, but if you have any questions, pop them in there and I'm happy to answer those for you as we take a couple more little breaks while we're going with the slides here. But if you have any questions, let me know. But what are some of the things you can put in place to increase the conversions on your website? Does your website come up in the search engines? Here's another biggie. Like if somebody searches for your name, your business name directly, does it show your Google map listing over here to the right-hand side, like the whole snippet of your business? That's pretty good if it does. That means you've done a lot to brand your company. You've got a lot of images in there, a lot of Google reviews. And then you also want to make sure you see your website link right below the Google search bar. Typically, it's the first item, the first search result in the search whenever you type in your business name. If it's not, and you don't see it on the first page, your website likely is de-indexed, because if you have a website that's in your business name, it should be showing right there, right? So you want to make sure it's indexed. It may be de-indexed. Let's talk about this really quick. So does SEO still matter? I think we looked at a slide a minute ago that shows that in fact, it really does matter, but I keep hearing this a lot with people, right? A lot of people are saying out there because they want to sell you on buying leads on Facebook or just buying leads and stuff like that. And leads are good. Everybody needs leads, right? But a lot of people are bashing SEO, and does it still matter? Well, the statistics prove that it's massive. And if you're not doing it, you're missing a huge opportunity to get your share of the local search leads that come in. 65% of all clicks on the first page of Google are doing it on the maps right here. So I'll say that again, 65% of all clicks when people do a search on Google are going to these Google Maps right here. And that's massive. And so you want to make sure that right there is optimized and you're getting tons of Google reviews, 5-star reviews, 5-star ratings, and posting on there, uploading your photos on there. Just make it super active, because that's going to get you a ton of calls. And I'm going to show you here in a minute. You can get 30, 50, 100 calls a month just from your Google Maps. I mean, tell me that does not matter. How does that not matter, right? SEO does matter a lot. It still matters huge in Google search. And then there's a lot of searches also that are coming below that, right below here, that come up below the map. So you want to be both of those places. This is probably about 20% of the clicks, maybe 15 to 20, maybe 25%, some markets. Depends on the demographics, but people are still clicking on the links down here too, the websites that show up first. And not only that, when your website ranks first or second or third or fifth on the first page, it influences where your map ranks too. So SEO matters, because when you rank on the first page, it pushes up your map listing as well when all things are equal. So it matters a ton for sure. Yes, SEO still matters. Jess has a really good question here. Do you think more people are starting to skip past the paid ads towards more organic search results? I know I have a tendency as a consumer to scroll past the paid ads. That's a great question. And so some of the data indicates that like some people prefer to click the ads at the top because it's like a quick result right in their face. They don't have to think about it. They just click and make the call, right? And then other people are still scrolling past it, going to the maps, and then going to the organic section. So it's really a preference of the searcher, of the user on Google. But you really want to be in all 3 or 4 places on that first page: Google local service ads, Google Maps. It does feel like the Google Maps is more of a local result, right? When you're searching on your phone, it says like tree service near me. It feels like that company's like right next door or something. So people do click on the maps a lot. So SEO is huge still. You still want to be ranked in the maps. But the paid ads still, we've got clients getting 40, 50, 100, 200 leads a month on Google local service ads at the top of the page and Google ads. So both of them and all of them really matter because everybody has a different preference on search page. So hopefully that answers your question, Jess, there. But yeah, people do click on those maps a lot for sure. But let's look at another client here. When we look at the total amount of leads they got in a month, this is SEO plus paid ads, right? Both. So total leads booked, 184 leads, right? Their total investment, which is what we charge plus what they're going to pay on Google and ad spend collectively, was around $4,650. Average cost per lead blended across SEO, paid ads, Google local service ads, Google ads, Facebook ads, all that stuff, $25 a lead, $25.27. So the leads break down 37 organic calls, 68 Google Maps calls, 17 web forms, and 62 paid ads leads. So you can see like 66% of, so 2/3 of all of their leads came from the organic section in the maps and the website. So anybody out there that tells you that SEO does not matter and now, you just need to get a funnel and you just need to do like Facebook ads and that's all that really matters right now, just get leads. They don't know what they're talking about because this right here is a massive, massive place to rank. And when you do, you just get a lot more leads because you have like a digital billboard that shows up all day, every day on the first page of Google. So it's massive. So yes, SEO does still matter. You really can't rely on paid ads alone. That's our point here with this part is like, you want to do everything. Tree service keywords. So usually the main things in your local market are going to be like your city plus tree removal, your city plus tree trimming, your city plus land clearing, stump removal, tree service, tree pruning, arborist, tree care, tree service near me, tree removal near me, etc. Those are like the top things people search. And this is straight from our like Google Ads database for search terms. So when we launch these ads in every market, Google populates a ton of data for us. And typically this is what people are searching for the most. Tree service probably is the most searched phrase, plus the city or near me or something like that. So you want to make sure you rank for all those different things. So your on-site optimization on your website is strong website with a good content and user experience. So people need to make sure they can load fast, give you a call, make it brain dead simple to turn into a lead. Pages for each of your services, pages for each of the cities that you service. That way you rank in all the other nearby cities too from your website pages, not just your main area. Most people cover, if you cover a 20-mile radius, for example, and you're in a suburban area of a big city, you're going to cover probably like 15 to 20 local suburbs, right? So you want a page on your website for each one of those local cities, and that's going to generate a lot more traffic for you. You want a keyword in the title of the website to make sure you tell Google what this page is about, a good meta description, call to action that sells the click when they see it on the search page. You want your name, address, and phone number in the footer of the website. Really powerful for helping your Google map rank on the maps. You want to have a blog with ongoing updates and syndicate those blog articles and blog posts. That way you make sure that that stays active, your content. Focus on page speed for desktop and mobile. Off the page, like things that you can do like that influence your rankings that are not on the website but on other websites. Claim and optimize your Google profile listing. Make sure you got that thing live and it's verified. Get lots of citations across the web. So make sure you're cited in all the different web directories. Build up online reviews. Reviews right now are driving the most amount of leads because Google's trying to eliminate spam. They've been doing that for 5 years. So the more reviews you have, the more likely it is you're a real business, right? And they know you can't fake 30, 50, 100, 200 Google reviews from individual IP addresses in the same city. They know that's not being faked. So the more reviews you get and the more you put your efforts into getting Google reviews, if there's one thing that you could work on in your business every day, asking every single person you come in contact with that you do business with to give you a Google review. Just tell them it helps you out tremendously. This is the biggest thing going. Like I really need a Google review. Whether you can just load the 5-star rating and hit submit. That's all we need. It's just another review. But that really helps the biggest right now. Build authoritative links back to your website from other websites. Strategic content syndication too for like press releases and things like that about your business. So are you building links back to your website? That's one of the bigger things. And one of the cool things is if you're a member of TCIA or ISA, when you create a listing on their website, it creates a link back over to your website. So when you create your listing on their website, you have to fill out the contact information, the website address. Well, that's a clickable link that goes back to your website called a backlink. So when you're members of all those professional associations, BBB, local chamber of commerce, those build authority and they help you rank too, just by getting a link from those. So on the page, you want a page for each service, optimize the titles of your pages, have unique content for all pages, Google business profile on the maps, claim and optimize your map, get reviews often, put a system in place for driving online reviews. I can't stress that enough. That's the biggest differentiator in most cases, is if you have a ton of reviews, you're going to kill the competition. That's just it, man. So if there's one thing you can focus on, is just getting reviews all the time. That'll make the biggest impact on your rankings on the maps and your Google local service ad, the Google guaranteed ads, which we're gonna talk about here in just a second. Those are the biggest drivers, is the reviews. Push new blog post out for ongoing content. That's really good for your website. And you want, good signals on your website too, like the authority and trust on the website. Make sure you've got good photos and things like that that are optimized. Multiple map embeds of your Google map really helps with SEO too. So like somewhere on the pages have like an embedded map of your Google map listing and fresh content on the site too all the time. So you basically just want to make sure your website's optimized. This is all kind of the same stuff that we've been going over, but that really helps, get ranked on Google. And you can see right here, this is one of our clients in Palm Beach, Florida. If you search for tree removal Palm Beach, they're the #1 spot right there. I mean, that's powerful. That's 40, 50, 60, 70 calls a month right there, just being in the top spot. And then the website's also built to convert. They're also in Google guaranteed ad section, also in the Google ad section. So what would that mean for your business, right? Do you think that does not matter? If you go to your computer, let's say you have a couple of seconds sometime during this presentation, you can go to your phone and just go do a search like tree service near me, tree removal near me, or something like that. Go look and see who the top companies are on the maps. They usually have more reviews than everybody else. And the ones that are at the top of the page, I can guarantee you're getting daily lead flow from that Google map listing sitting at the top. So it definitely matters. I just wanted to dispel the myth that SEO does not matter anymore, because it matters a ton. So Google Maps do matter a ton. So this is still 40, 50% of all clicks and calls to the Google Maps. So I want to stress, like, organic website rankings, SEO, Google Maps is the biggest driver of getting calls in the map. So yes, it definitely matters. So here's why map listings are important. This is supposedly the slow season, right? January 2023, you can see right here, one of our clients in California, 1,200 people visited and viewed the Google business profile on the maps, and they had 45 phone calls on the Google business profile. This was Ace Tree Service in California in January. That's a snapshot from just a month and a half ago. This is another client in Florida, 140, you see right here, January 23, 143 calls on the Google Maps. I mean, that's a ton of calls. That's a lot of business. And then 97 calls or 97 clicks. You can see right here, website clicks. I wanted to show you that too, because that's pretty powerful. When you see 100 something calls or whatever your call volume is on your Google business profile dashboard, that's not necessarily all the leads that you got. That's just the calls when people press the button to call your business from the Google map. If they clicked onto your website and browsed around your website was really good, they got 97 clicks to their website. I guarantee that turned into another 15 to 25 leads from that 97 website clicks. So you can see that's a big differentiator of how many calls and leads you get by being on the maps. So that's basically to get ranked on the maps. You want to get all the citations, online directories, on-page SEO. Your website needs to be good. It needs to rank on the first page, and that's going to influence your Google map. And then you also want to get consistent Google reviews all the time on the Google Maps. That's the formula right there. So what do you need to put in place to improve your organic rankings and your Google Maps? Again, if you have any questions, type them in the Q&A or put them in the chat. Happy to answer those for you. But we'll get on into now, are you taking advantage of the paid ad opportunities, the paid marketing strategies? And if you look on your phone, as we were talking about a minute ago for the maps, if you look on your phone too, and you do tree service near me, if you'll look, the first set of results at the very top of the page in most areas, right? Not in every area. Like if you're in a rural market, sometimes you will or won't see this Google guaranteed section. Sometimes one of our clients is the first one verified in their local area, and they kill it because there's nobody else doing it, right? So that's always an opportunity too. If nobody else in your market's doing it, you can do it, and it's available anywhere across the United States. But you'll see these first set of results right here, and you can see it usually shows, so it shows the reviews of the company, shows the reviews of the company. So that's really powerful, right? Like it's your Google map kind of flowing through to the Google local service ad platform, showing your reviews and all that stuff. And that's super, super powerful. Is your foundation strong? So Google reviews, SEO, organic, map listings, pay-per-click ads, social media, online directories, paid lead services, all these things going on. If you have all this going on, then your foundation is going to be strong. So that's pay-per-click ads, paid directories, if you want to kind of boost it up in like Angie or Yelp or any of those other ones. Some people say those work good. Some people don't like them, but it's just additional things you can do. Social media is always good too, because you can get reviews on your Facebook and Instagram pages, and then, or at least your Facebook page, and then people will like that. They'll click on it too. Organic SEO. So this is how to win with Google local service ads, a quick little demonstration of how to win with it. So dial in your service area when you log into the platform, dial in your service area, your profile, and your budget, how much you want to spend weekly. So on the Google local service ads platform, it's a weekly budget. When you do get calls, make sure you go into the back end and mark them as booked. You want to stay within about an 80% booking rate on there, because then it tells Google that you're keeping up with those calls, and they're going to prioritize your listing over others if you're answering the phone. Deal with the disputes. So when you get bad calls, go in there and mark them as spam, and you can dispute them. You don't have to pay for those. Isn't that pretty cool? You can't do that with Google Ads. Those are pay per click. With Google local service ads, Google guaranteed ads, those are pay per call. So you can dispute the lead calls that come through, and drive bunches and bunches and bunches of verified reviews on Google. That is the winning formula to win with Google local service ads, and target, again, 80+% booking rate in the back-end dashboard of the Google local service ads. So let me know if you have any questions about the local service ads, but you want to dial in that profile, set up your budget, open it up if you're not getting enough, or if you have the capacity for budget. Update your ad schedule, make sure it's open more often than not. Set up your business bio, write in the description in there, select your job types. So tree trimming, tree removal, stump removal, tree planting. There's some that you may or may not want in there. Set up your service areas, make sure you kind of dial in all the areas that you want to cover. Update your business hours. So, a lot of times, especially when it gets dark later in the day, coming up here in the spring with daylight savings time, I would open it up to 7 or 8 p.m. because people are still getting home from work at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and it's still daylight. So they're likely still going to look outside. Oh, I need to get a tree removed or some trees trimmed. So people call at 7, 8, 9 p.m. in that time of the year. It doesn't necessarily mean you got to answer the phone, but if you have an answering service that takes it, you'll scoop up some more lead flow by doing that. Add photos, right? You can put photos on your Google local service ads, but make sure you're marking your jobs as booked, right? They know you're keeping up with it when you're doing that. So you can go to your profile and literally keep up with all the calls, mark them as booked, do things like that. Include an email address, archive non-converted opportunities. So if you didn't book that job, just mark it as archived, and deal with disputes, right? Don't get charged for leads that weren't any good. That's the one thing that they give you on that platform, is the ability to dispute calls. So if you get a call for somebody looking for a tree service job, if you get a call for whatever, spam or wrong number, you don't have to pay for it as long as you dispute it. If it's outside your area, same thing. Not a service that you provide, same thing. If they say, hey, do you guys have firewood? Well, you can dispute that. You guys don't sell firewood. And drive verified reviews. Reviews help every single thing on the internet. So if you can work on getting Google reviews on your Google map listing, your Google business profile, by using some sort of automated tool or just texting a link, make sure you're just constantly asking for those. Gosh, I would just say that's the number one thing that makes the biggest difference, is just getting those reviews. I mean, guess who Google's going to want to show the most? If you just think about it, they're going to want to show the most highly rated, most frequently rated companies when people do that search. That's just all there is to it. Same goes with roofers or plumbers or doctors or anything else. Tree companies are the same. Provide great service, right? You'll get good reviews. Leverage the dashboard to drive verified reviews in the local service ads platform if you want to use it. And target an 85% booking rate. This is one of our clients in February, just last month, quote unquote, slow month. They got 41 calls on the Google guaranteed platform, spent $1,000. It was about $26 per lead right here. It shows right here. They got a really cool tracking dashboard in the Google local service ad. So you would like it. If you had it set up, you'd really like it. And then appointments booked were 30 appointments from those, and just 2 disputed leads. So that's kind of how it looks if you go to the reporting section. So it'll tell you total budget, how many leads were charged, how many were booked based on your data that you punched in. How to increase lead flow, open up your budget, right? If you're on the local service ads, you're not getting enough calls, open up the budget, right? Make it a little bit bigger, expand your service areas, job types, ad schedule, and business hours. Close out every lead booked and scheduled and archived. That shows Google that you're keeping up with the local service ads platform. You're taking care of people that call. Request verified reviews on every single job. Again, just make sure you constantly ask everybody for Google reviews. If you do that one thing, I promise everything will be better. So are you tapping into Google local service ads, right? You need to be. I can tell you this is the biggest driver today with our clients. If all else is equal, these Google local service ads are killing it in most markets. So what can you do to generate better results with your local service ad, right? If you have a question, let me know. If there's something maybe you're wondering about with the local service ads, maybe you've tried it or hit a snag or, hit a bottleneck, or maybe it got, unverified or something like that. Let me know. We deal with this every single day. Are you taking advantage of paid online marketing opportunities on the pay-per-click ads section? So now we're moving from local service ads, Google Guaranteed, to paid ads. This is something else that you need to be doing if you want to triple your sales by getting your internet marketing right. So can PPC, pay-per-click, really drive results for growing tree service companies and arborists? And the answer is a resounding yes. So a snapshot for one of our clients in February, they got 30 total leads from Google Ads. They don't have an enormous budget. They're in the Jackson, Mississippi market, suburban area of Jackson, Mississippi, just outside, but they service a pretty vast 3-county area. 30 total leads. This is just on pay-per-click ads, not on the Google Guaranteed, just the pay-per-click Google AdWords. Now it's called Google Ads. 30 total leads. They convert about 50% of those. So that's 15 paying jobs. Average transaction value of about $11.50. So total revenue, $17,250 on a $1,200 ad spend on Google. So you can see right here, they spent $1,197 in the month of February on their Google pay-per-click ads. They got 30 conversions, 30 leads, and that was their per lead cost. And then, so we basically said they got $17,250 in revenue after spending $1,197 in ad spend. That's a 14x return on investment. So Google ads work too if they're managed properly and ran properly. Here's why most Google ads campaigns fail. Google makes it sound like it's so easy, right? They call you, they go, hey, by the way, you want to set up a quick Google ads campaign in their Google voice? And you go, well, yeah, I think I'd like to do that. And so you do it, and they set up what's called a smart campaign. Well, those campaigns are not smart at all. Those are the easiest campaigns to launch because Google knows that there's a learning curve for Google ads. So they created these easy little bitty campaigns called Google Smart Campaigns, and they allow a business owner to just click a couple of buttons and set it up. The problem is your ads are running for everything with the word tree in it at that point. So if somebody types in Christmas tree, Dollar Tree, crane rental for tree, tree service equipment, tree service climbing gear, your ad's going to show up. Do you want that kind of click? No, they're not looking to hire a tree service company. So a lot of the reasons why a lot of pay-per-click campaigns fail is because they're not being managed properly and ran the right way. So a lot of people only set up one ad group for all the services. Like they have one ad that covers anything anybody types in. But if somebody types in tree trimming near me, we want an ad that says tree trimming service, call now for a free estimate. If somebody types in tree removal, we want an ad that says #1 tree removal company, safe, honest work or something like that. We want, every time somebody types something in the search bar, we want an ad to mirror that search term and have ad copy catered around that search term, not just a blanket XYZ tree service, call now. That gets less clicks. You get better clicks if you mirror the search term. So don't use specific text ads and landing pages for groups of keywords. Some people don't have landing pages. They just run everything to their website. That's a no-no too, because a website's got a lot of pages to click on and rabbit holes to go down. There's no strong call to action or offer on the landing page. That's why a lot of them fail. So are you taking advantage of paid online marketing? So a quick overview of online marketing, paid ads. The paid ads part is big. So are you running Google local service ads with a maxed out budget? Are you running retargeting ads to your unconverted leads? We're going to go over retargeting here in just a second. Are you running Google ads, right? The traditional Google ads? Are you strategically targeting with specific ad groups, text, and landing pages? Do you have conversion tracking in place to track the leads back to the ad group so you know what's converting? Are you running targeting Facebook ads to get your ideal prospect there? Do you have a premium ad on Angie's List, Yelp, or any of the other platforms? Are you buying pay-per-lead services like Home Advisor or Angie? Angie's Home Advisor, same thing now. So what do you guys do? What are some of the action items you can write down there to get better results with your paid ads? Maybe you set up a Google Smart campaign and you know it's not converting. You're basically just lighting your money on fire with that campaign. If that's the case, it happens all the time because Google is pounding the phones right now and calling customers, trying to get them on the phone direct. I mean, I'm getting 3 to 5 calls a day myself on campaigns that we manage. So I just don't even answer the phone because those people usually don't know anything about the Google Ads platform, but they're hired by Google. It's crazy. But anyway, some of those action items that you can do. Here's the next thing you can do for social media: retargeting. So retargeting is a very, very powerful tool for showing your ads and staying in front of people after they visit your website or after they click on your ad. You toss them into an audience with a little simple code on the website. Once they click on it, they get tagged to an audience, and now they're in an audience that you can retarget. And so really good, powerful ads on social media, like, are you still looking for top-notch tree service? Book now, call now, schedule your free estimate. This is a Facebook ad example, right? So this is a retargeting ad on Facebook, Instagram, Google partner websites like CNN, Forbes, any of the big websites that are free content. Those are typically Google partner websites where you can do retargeting, and that just really brands your company, and people in the local area are going to see your company over and over again if they've seen you once on your website. Same thing here. Book a free estimate, looking for tree service experts in Pensacola. Click here for a free estimate, call now, right? Those are powerful. If you show those over and over to people, they can't help but remember your company. Everybody's staring at Facebook and Instagram, whether you like those platforms or not. People are on it all the time. So that gets you more repeat business and more referrals too, by being all over social media. So it's kind of a necessary evil, even if you hate social media, right? But if you're active on social media, some of the stats are pretty staggering. So there's like 1.6 billion users. Average user has 100, 200, 300 friends on there. A lot of people have thousands of friends, and they're checking in on there 6 to 9 times a day. So they're on their phone checking it. So if you've got retargeting ads and somebody just clicked on your website, eventually out of those 6 or 9 times they're checking their Facebook and Instagram, they're going to see your ad on there. And those retargeting ads are very inexpensive, guys. Like, you can run a $2 a day budget on Facebook or Instagram retargeting the 1,000, 1,500, or 2,000 visitors your website's gotten in the last 90 days. So it's really inexpensive. It's not a big budget that you have to run there, but it's super powerful for branding and converting people after they see you the first time. The next thing is are you leveraging email marketing, right? A lot of people are missing the boat with email marketing. I can tell you this because we have this conversation with most all of our new clients coming in. Now, sometimes somebody's doing email marketing. I'm like super excited. Like, yes, you already kind of get it, right? Some people have a database of 5,000, 10,000, 15,000 customers in their local market that they've written estimates for, been to their house, or done work for. That is a gigantic database that you can send email newsletters to monthly or quarterly and literally build a fence around your customer base. That's powerful. Those are cheap, inexpensive appointments when they come in, because when you're sending those emails out, it's a one-time email blast. Got to do it the right way. You don't want to get your email blocked or, blacklisted, as they call it in the softwares and stuff like that. But when you send these emails out the correct way, you got to scrub the list and make sure they're valid emails before you send them out. The biggest reason why people's emails get blacklisted is because they have too many bounced emails. So if you're sending out 5,000 emails at once and 500 bounce back, it's like 10% bounce rate. Yeah, they know that you're spamming people or sending an email out, but there's a right way and a wrong way to do it. But email marketing is powerful because they're going to get your message no matter what, right? So it's really, really good to do that. And so email marketing, so send an email after every service call requesting a review. If you want to do something like that, you can send out a monthly email newsletter to remain top of mind and drive more repeat and referral business. So it doesn't have to be a salesy email newsletter like, hey, give us a call for tree service. Hey, give us a call for tree service. That's not the idea. The idea with an email newsletter is more of an educational process. So like, hey, here's our latest blog article that we wrote, when is the best time of the year to trim your trees here in Florida? when is the best time to trim your trees here in Ohio? Wherever you're located, these are market specific blog post articles that we write on our clients' websites, or maybe you got a digital marketing agency doing that for you. So the idea is to send those blog articles as an email newsletter, just educating your customer base, and maybe you're a part of some sort of local chamber or local charity, and you do stuff like that. Those are good things to highlight on a blog post, and then also send out an email newsletter. Hey, we just did the walkathon for our city, did the 5K for, cancer awareness or something like that. Those are good things to put in an email newsletter. It gives people a good feeling about your company. That's just a couple of examples there. But are you active on social media? Do you have your business profile set up on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram? Are you getting any engagement on Facebook? Are you updating your social profiles on a consistent basis? Next, let's get into converting. Sometimes lead flow is not really the problem with the tree service business. I mean, you've got all these lines in the water, right? You've got SEO ranking highly, getting leads there, local service ads, Google guaranteed ads going, website converting, home advisor leads, Google ads, Thumbtack, and all of that. But sometimes people don't answer the phone, or they don't respond to email leads. Can you believe that? Like, there's a lot of people out there that do that. We see it all the time. So if you're not answering the phone, then you're going to miss a lot of lead flow. And maybe you're busy and you need to get that part fixed in your business, but just answering the phone will probably make you about 2 out of 10 of the tree companies in your local area. Because a lot of companies just don't even answer the phone. Even if you have to pay an answering service, a couple of $100 a month, getting a live person on the phone for the caller to give their information to reduces the amount of tree companies they're going to call afterwards. But if they don't get anybody on the phone, they get a voicemail, they're going to call the next tree company on down the line. So missing that call is huge. And then also, a lot of times people don't even check their email when they get a website form request on their website. Again, that could be a $5,000, $10,000 job. It could be a $500 small job. But if you don't check your emails but twice a day, or at the end of the day, one time, then those are going to just basically go into cyberspace, and then they're going to just call somebody else. And if you call them back a day or two later, they're going to forget they even came to your website. So automation really helps convert a lot of those things. So here's why, if you're not leveraging some of this stuff, leads that are not followed up with it within 15 minutes, go cold, period. The average customer must be followed up with 5 to 7 times before booking. Today's consumer prefers to interact via text messages versus phone call or email. That's just the way it is. Here's the solution. Leverage marketing automation to follow up with web forms that get submitted on your website within the first 30 seconds of submitting the form via phone, email, and text message. If you can do that, you're going to convert more of those web forms that get filled out. Automate the follow-up so that every prospect is touched 5+ times and able to engage via two-way text messaging. And so if you have a landing page for Google ads, do it there. Facebook ads, do it there. And then on your website, do it there. Every time somebody comes to the website, if they're not calling, or even if they are calling and you guys missed the call, there's a text back feature you can enable with our software that basically texts that lead back automatically if you missed the call. Hey, sorry we missed your call. How can we help you? And then another couple hours later, we'll send another one. Hey, I don't think we heard back from you. How can we help you with your tree service? And then, you'll get around to calling them at some point, but at least you're engaging with a text message automatically. Same thing with the forms when they fill out the form. If they fill out a free estimate form, the software will actually generate a call right to their phone number from your office immediately. So you're on the phone with them within 20 seconds. That's powerful in converting those. So automated follow-up sometimes will help you convert a third more of the leads that you're getting already, because sometimes you're not answering the phone or able to respond quickly. So sometimes you're getting enough leads. Let's say you're getting 100 leads a month, 200 leads a month. Sometimes that's enough. You just need to convert a higher percentage of those, and leveraging automation and tools will help you. Here's kind of a quick visual of that. So let's say you get 100 leads and your conversion rate's 30% with no follow-up. So you book 30 jobs, average ticket $650, 30 jobs times $650 is $19,000 in revenue, 500. Let's say over here, you still get 100 leads, but your conversion rate now is 70%. So you're booking more of those appointments and estimates, and you book 70 jobs. Well, then your average ticket's still $650, but 70 jobs times 650 is 45 grand. So you can see if you convert more of the same leads you're already getting, you can make more money too, without a whole lot of additional costs with the software automation. So a demo is like kind of the journey is somebody comes to your website and they fill out the form and boom, they get submitted here, landing page, they get a text, they get an email, They go to the thank you page, they get counted as a conversion, and then boom, they're engaging with text message with you automatically. And this is kind of a visual, it's a little bit more complex than I wanted it to look like, but basically they come to your website and they get into a sequence of text and emails, which basically enables you to book more appointments with the same amount of leads. So are you leveraging email and marketing automation? So are you following up with your leads within 5 minutes or less via phone, SMS, and email? Do you have conversion campaigns in place that follow up with unconverted leads 5 to 7 times until they book their service call or their estimate? Do you have a database with your customers' email addresses? That's huge. Are you sending out a monthly email newsletter? Are you leveraging email to get online reviews and to draw customers into your social media profiles? So what are some of the action items that you can put in place? This is exciting, guys, because if you're really looking to grow your tree service business, if you do all of these things, like everything on this list, and I'm going to go through a little quick synopsis of everything after this slide. If you do all of this, you can expect to grow your company because you're going to be getting a lot more leads coming in, right? And so that's just, all of these things make a huge difference across the country with all of our clients. So I wanted to kind of put together a demo, like a webinar like this, just to show you all the little things that you can do in order to make a big, huge difference. And if you can't get around to doing it yourself, then it might make sense to pay a marketing agency that knows what they're doing to implement this for your company on your behalf, because all of this stuff going on simultaneously is going to help grow your business, whether you like it or not. I mean, you get another 5 calls over here, you convert another 12 leads over here with automation, you get more local service ads calls. Now your website's built perfectly. Now you're getting another 20 leads on the website. Now your Google Maps is ranked at the top. So you can increase your lead flow by 50 or 100%, 300% by getting all of this right. And even if you got to pay a small fee to get all of that done, I mean, it's worth it in the end because you're making more money and booking more jobs. So do you have the tools in place to track your return on investment? So here's the all-in approach that gets the best results. I'm going to go highlight everything we just went over in a quick little bulleted list. So a highly converting website and search engine optimization to make sure you show up organically in the local areas that you want to rank for. Google Maps, SEO, and reviews. So showing up highly in the Google Maps and a lot of Google reviews. Google local service ads, Google guaranteed ads. Want to set those up. That's a biggie right now. Huge. Number 4, Google ads, regular pay-per-click ads. Are you doing all those? Number 5, retargeting on social media and Google partner websites. Retargeting is awesome. Everybody sees your company every day almost on social media or Google partner websites. They can't help it. Email marketing. Are you sending emails to your customer database, letting them know that you're still around, educating them on tree care related topics? Do you have automated lead follow-up and from website form requests and phone calls? Because if you're leveraging all of these things simultaneously, it'll increase your lead flow a little bit with each section, right? So you're getting aggregate like a lot more leads if all of this stuff's being done correctly and on your behalf in your local market. So that's the presentation for today. Like, how are you doing with yours, right? Again, if you want to go download this free checklist, you're welcome to do that on our website, treeservicedigital.com. I think it's midway down the homepage there. And you can download it, get a copy of it. I got a video going over it if you want to watch that part, but it's just basically an outline of all the things that will help you triple your sales by getting your internet marketing right. And some of this stuff is also covered in our 2023 digital marketing plan that we did a couple of months ago. You can find on our YouTube channel or on the podcast. Do you need some help? I mean, if you want to post in the comments or if you have any additional questions, got a couple more minutes. If you guys have any questions, happy to pop in and answer those if you do. But post in the chat or in the question and answer. I'm happy to answer any questions you may have. So with our strategy session, if you do kind of want to look at your market, what that looks like, we do offer a free online marketing plan review. And basically we go over everything with you. We kind of look at what you have going on, like your website, your Google Maps, your reviews, your rating, visibility. If you have a local service ads platform, Google ads platform, we're happy to look at those and make sure they're on the right track. But we kind of just go over all this stuff for you, kind of look at the population in your area, what area of the country you're in, things like that, to really kind of see what it's going to take to drive the most, business in your local market and really dominate the internet. But it's free. You're welcome to schedule that anytime you want to. You can go to treeservicedigital.com. We've got a get a free strategy session form at the very top of the page. Or you can call me, call the office at 770-637-3707, if that's the best way that you want to do it. We also text on this line as well. But thank you so much for joining me today with this presentation. It's one of those things like we're doing every single day with our team, operations, and account managers, and everybody else. So we're right on this every day in the trenches with our clients. So this is working the best if you do all of this. And this is the way to really grow your company and get amazing results from the internet. So hopefully this has been valuable for you. If you have any questions, again, let me know. If you're seeing this on YouTube later on the replay, post in the comments if you have any questions. Check out our podcast, Tree Service Marketing Profits, or our Facebook group, Tree Service Marketing Secrets. And until the next one, guys, if you have any more questions, let me know. Going once, going twice. But if you want me to take a look at everything, we can go over your program. Just let me know. Happy to do that. All right. You guys have a great weekend. And hopefully this was helpful. We'll talk to you on the next one. Thanks so much.